Hey everybody. I don't know why I always feel compelled to talk so quietly when I'm alone in the mountains, more so than public places. Look at that. Look at the mountains back there. Oh my gosh. Zoom in. Isn't that beautiful? We're on a road now. It's a dead-end road. Wow, just look at that. You don't need to see me. Look at these mountains. I haven't been up here for a bit. It's really uncommon to ever see a car here. Just one old farmer, and he's already gone home for the night. Nearly all the farms up here are abandoned. We just passed one before I turned the camera on. Monkeys live up here, and lots of other creatures, of course. Look at that bamboo grove. Look at that. Let's look at the clouds up there. And look at that, the bamboo grove. Light green. Wouldn't that be exciting to hike up through the coniferous woods, the darker green, touch on that little patch of green there and be in the bamboo thicket there. See if you can zoom in real close. Beautiful. Those little bamboo groves are all over. And the farm up there. Anyway, I'm fishing. Here's my fishing pole. I've never been a fisherman. Never much of a fisherman. Tried. Failed. I even tried to be a spear fisherman. Was utter failure at that. Just didn't have it in me to pull the trigger. Should be able to see my white waterfall. White whale waterfall. Stream of consciousness waterfall. There's an abandoned farm down here. Probably there's still water. There's the white whale waterfall. Stream of consciousness falls, I call it. It's dry. Oh, this is abandoned farm down there. Anyway, I'm fishing for insects. Another bamboo grove down there. That one's got some history. Got some history on this channel. Yellow bamboo hike, maybe? Something like that. I don't remember. Ooh, huge landslide. Anyway. I never quite understand what fishing was all about until I set this up. Here we go. I found something to fish for. Hold on while I get my pole in order and get up my line and sinker. Some fresh bait on. Stand back. Oh, there's just so much to see through the clouds. Just look at those clouds already. They just, oh. Yeah. Okay, here's what I'm fishing for. About 2 meters back, 6 feet, maybe more like 8 feet. Right in there. Here we go. Cast our line, and hopefully we can get some focus. Here we go. I'm fishing for. This is an oil-breathing spider, most likely a female. She's sitting in her nest, or her web, strung out below some wide leaves. The white portions are thicker thread, or strands of web. Scientists are not sure why some spiders do those, so it may be a deterrent for birds. Let's just watch for a second and listen. Quite satisfying. Now let's zoom back out and gain some perspective. Slowly. No hurry. When is there ever? I guess some things require hustle. Ambulances. Funerals. Birthday parties. Yeah, if you're too late on that, it's over. But all the important stuff. Stand at leisure. Let's see, I see another quarry. Over here. Put our herring cast our line out. There we go. Let's see how this turns out. Sometimes you need to move the bait a bit. Stir up a little interest in your quarry, which we can see undulating there just below the surface. How about that cloud line? Can't you just imagine the sense of night that must be for those critters enveloped in the mist up there? Oh, I think we got something nice there. Look at that. Can we get any closer? Careful. Aim and throw. Cast. Oh, I think we've landed a winner there. Let's watch this for a second. Quarry is gone for a moment. Did we miss our opportunity? Not at all. Because the moment that we had was all we needed. I can hear the water. The falls are indeed crashing a bit. Let's zoom back out. Oh, there we go. There's that cloud line. That's the one for me. Okay, let's move down the mountain. There's that bamboo grove. And there's the white whale. The stream of consciousness. I call it that for a reason. Because the effort and the near madness involved in reaching this spot last year. Or was it this year? Or does it even matter? Let's see if we can see some water. I don't think we can. I can hear it. There we go. Just a little drip off the wall there. Those of you who climbed this route with me on that adventure may remember some of this. Beautiful spot. Turning back out. Well, that's how I'm going fishing here in the mountains. I think I'll pretty good catch for the day. Short venture out. I can hear some activity up there, maybe worth checking out. But I'll let you guys go. I'm sure you've got some fishing of your own to do. Yeah, I'm coming. Take care. You couldn't wait, could ya? Bye-bye. Hello everybody, thanks for joining me on this little excursion up and into the mountains and into a place where I don't get to show you often in camera. The difficulty is not anything related to up and down or right or left or getting anywhere. It's a difficulty related to having a state of mind that can kind of slow down enough to recognize that there's no ambition worth achieving that's greater than the simple effort that I put into, or the way anybody else put into simply living and trying to measure our breaths and perceive as best we can with our limited faculty. We have so few senses. There's so much going on. The palette of our mind is capable of such a great measure of experience if we allow all of the senses to combine together. And I'm a person who's, like most of us, biased towards the eyes, and I want to enhance the other capabilities as well. But it's hard to, and I can best do that sometimes when it's quiet, when I'm alone, when I'm in nature, when I've had a lot of physical exertion, when the body is worn and stressed, possibly bleeding a little bit, maybe hungry, and you kind of get into that kind of a second wind state where it's not so much that your body finds energy, but the mind seems to either come to terms with whatever's happening, or they're simply recharged in some way, maybe invigorated by all that's come about, and the senses become more attuned. And if you're lucky, you can then slow that thing down, slow the body down when the heightened sensibilities come about, slow them down a little bit, and begin to experience it all around. I know it sounds all kind of kind of feely, touchy-feely, more touchy-feely than perhaps I'm used to doing, but there is something to that touchy-feely stuff. Whether I talk about it much or not, I believe that when you take the experience as a whole, you're left with something that's far greater than any of the sum components, and it's hard to express that in video. And this was an effort that I tried to make to do that, using the vehicle of an idea of fishing and the idea of what I think happens to fishermen. But I don't think fishermen are really out there so much for the fish. You know, that's a consolation prize in many cases. It's really an excuse to settle oneself into a position in nature, and or maybe it's not nature so much as to position yourself out of the game, because it is a game that we live in our lives every day that we have, working and going to school and interacting with family and friends and the like. We're all playing roles, and we're all participating in basically a drama of sorts. But when we have a diversion that seems to have a worthwhile end, such as fishing, but one which we can't control, whether the fish are going to bite or not, and gives us an excuse to waste time, as Thoreau would say, to mark time, to I can't quite remember how he said it, to measure time. I wish I could remember what he said, but basically to make better use of our time, to make them. No, Kurt, that's not. It's not making better use of our time. That's the exact opposite. Making better use of our time is the concept related to being a part of the machine. When you're not making use of your time, that's when your brain can begin to pick up the more subtle things, and your senses can come attuned to one another. And when you get the resolution, when they resolve, when your ears and eyes and nose and taste and touch and smell all resolve, and maybe whatever senses may be beyond that, when they all resolve together, I don't know if there are any senses, but I think that when these things all come together, you end up with a sense that is something more. And that's what fishing for me is, whether there are any swimming creatures involved or not. Thanks for coming fishing with me. Happy fishing yourself. I hope you get out and do it while the time is now, because there is no other time. If you wait for conditions to be perfect, you'll miss your chance. The best fishermen will even get out. Will bring out their galoshes and their waders and their raincoat, and be standing out there in the wet, standing out there in the dark, standing out there in the cold, because the experiences once they pass, they're gone forever. When soon enough will pass, and so the whole thing will be gone, at least from our perspective. Carry on with those who were left behind, and if you can leave some message for them, share some of your experience with them, what a beautiful gift. Let's happy fishing, everybody. Let's make the best of it.